Oh, bury me not on the lone prairie. Hey, it's you. Come on in.
We have a fun soap today for you from MacDuffs Soap Company.
It's a beautiful morning with the Barbershop Duet.
Hi, I'm Marcus Klinger with Klinger Vocal Studio.
And I'm Sarah Vincent with Sarah Vincent Virtual Pilates.
But on Wednesdays and Saturdays.
We are the Barbershop Duet.
And it's Barbershop Month. Self-proclaimed over here at the Barbershop Duet. And boy, are we having a great time so far.
We're diving in deep.
Oh, both feet. And for our mention today, as I start to collect razors, you can send your I told you so's to we sent you at the barbershopduet.com. Sloppy, I'm looking at you. You were right. You were absolutely right. I'm finding that razors that give you options are really cool as a beginning shaver. For example, this is the Coppercot razor. It is a brass razor. It is from Ellsworth Razors, and it comes with your choice of plates.
It does.
I have two. Why do you have two, you ask? Well, I'm glad you asked. This one, the mild plate that I use all the time, is for city driving, highway driving, fun times. You don't have to worry about it. You're just going to put a song on the radio, and you're going to enjoy your road trip. But should you want to do a little off-roading,
a little deeper digging here,
that is what this one is for me as a newbie, because it's just like slightly at the point where it's so efficient, it's a tiny bit intimidating as a newbie. But I like that. That's where we should be.
Mild. And then that's called
this
a plus
plate. And you can tell because there is a tiny little plus on the plus plate. And what a handsome, beautiful razor this is with its inkwell.
So I tend to use it with the mild. And then Marcus, if he's going for a good old clean BBS.
If I got a couple days of growth and I just kind of want to explore my grain or the different blades and how they work. Yeah.
Then he'll go for the plus,
And the Rockwell 6S is also similar. It comes with 6 different plates for you to play around with and see which one is really for you. So how fun that they thought that far ahead.
No, I'm glad we added the other plate. I know we wanted to ease into it. And with a new razor, you never know.
It is a beautiful razor.
We know.
Man, the way this thing holds that blade, it ain't going nowhere. So love this. Thank you, Ellsworth. So what is our soap today?
So as it was getting closer to August, and we kind of had tried on a few artisans for size and wanted to find some new things or saw more shave as the days go by, we saw this soap, and at the time it was on a sale. So you know what that did? We just had to push.
Cha-ching! Yeah! So we've had this on the piano for a couple months waiting for Halloween and Christmas to be over, but it's from MacDuffs, and they named the dog MacDuff. They have yet to disappoint, so I'm so excited.
It's fun because we just did a bunch of seasonal ones, so it's kind of nice to go back to more of the mainstream ones that are
we did a deep dive into Sean Santa Claus, and we have no regrets, so I'm excited. I'm excited this has rum in the title.
Yeah, so this is our non-barbershop for the weekend, but this is for you.
Yeah, during Barbershop Month, 2 episodes every day is going to be Barbershop, and 1 episode every day is going to be for the rest of y'all, including Sloppy Badger. So here we go. Let's strap in and meet the soap. All roads lead to rum. W.C. Fields.
What is any shaving lineup without the presence of a bay rum scent?
True.
Traditionally, a blend of West Indies bay and spices extracted in dark rum. It's become a staple of both classic and modern shaving, with all the variations you can think of in between.
Prairie Rum Runner finds inspiration in the rum runners of southern Alberta, who defied Alberta's brief period of alcohol prohibition at the turn of the 20th century. Since this is far removed from the nautical origins and associations of a traditional bay rum, I wanted to include a blue-collar prairie outlaw element into this blend through a good dose of the following scent notes, which we're not going to read quite yet. Whoa! I love sales pages because they have the potential to be like a movie trailer about what you're about to experience.
Just enough information to put you in the artisan's perspective or what they're aiming for, you know?
And for those of you under the age of 80, W.C. Fields was a very famous movie actor and comedian at the beginning of cinema. And he had a big bulbous nose and he wore a big hat and he was kind of famous for always being, well, what's a good word for it? Hammered. Hammered hard on the head.
There you go.
Right?
So rum.
So he has really famous quotes. One of them, he used to carry around a flask that he called his pineapple juice. And once
so funny, really?
somebody actually put pineapple juice in, and he spit it out. Who put pineapple juice in my pineapple juice? Oh my gosh, hilarious. So, love this, and I'm excited because we've only done one or two Bay Rums so far.
Right, and it's perfect between all the barbershop fun because this is another classic lane of things that happen in the wedge world.
Yes, we are remiss on our Bay Rums around here, so I'm excited.
Maybe Sean will help us.
Love it. Let's unbox it. Folks, I got this one from Pasture Pharmacy in New York City. New York City. And here it is. Oh, what a beautiful label.
It is. It's super fun.
Oh, look at that. It's kind of like a spot on the prairie you might run into, kind of a ghost town thing going on a little bit.
That's super fun, though. But, like, you know how some people take, like, the older cars and stuff and it becomes part of the scenery? Like, it is its own little art display.
Right.
I kind of get that here, that rustic, outdoorsy vibe.
Oh, man.
There's a story to this ghost town, for sure.
Oh, MacDuffs, take me away. It's time for First Impression.
I feel like I've been going first the last few. So
it's my turn.
I'm curious what you think. Where this takes us.
Holding a MacDuffs in my hand is fun.
I know, it's been a while. It's kind of fun.
I love these tubs. All right, here we go, folks.
Let's see what our Bay Rum. Well, Prairie Rum.
MacDuffs Bay Rum. All right, here we go.
I'm curious. But there's like blue collar outlaw vibe, it said.
Oh.
That took him somewhere.
Oh, y'all.
You did like the nose around the
You
circle.
know why? Because this is a full round-the-world tour. Yes, there's a Bay Rum in it, but there's a lot going on in here. There's a tobacco going on. Like this town. There's a lot going on in here.
Is it a friendly ghost town?
Oh, 100%. Okay. Yes. Really bright colors. I'm seeing yellows and oranges, and my brain is taking me to this beautiful place on the label.
Do I get a turn?
Yeah, you can get a turn. Wow, there are beautiful dark spices in this that do not blend together. So, like, I'm sensing 3 or 4 different personalities in the darker spices that are staying really separate, and it's really cool. Okay. Take that in.
Yeah, I don't know how you can make, I do get the tobacco, I do get the fresh stuff around.
Right.
But I don't know how he can get it to be so outdoorsy.
Ah.
And I can tell that the wood is aged.
Yes.
You know, like if I walked into a ghost town,
yes,
but it's not dirty.
No. Earthy
but
a little bit.
Aged.
Yes. Spicy, earthy, just to give like that
it's
impression of age.
It's a different wood than we're used to.
Yeah. 100%.
And
this is not the cedar that I normally say, oh, there's cedar. No. Get
but
that out of your head.
The Bay Rum side of it, you know, and I do get something that it adds that rustic vibe.
Yeah.
I don't want to say rusty. It's not rusty.
Yes.
It's not Mater from Cars. It's rustic.
Yes, rustic. That's the smell. Wow, beautiful.
But it's so intriguing. Like I am literally somewhere.
Oh. Okay, what's awesome is there's like 3 or 4 very prominent characters in the bottom notes, in the basses and the baritones.
That's the rustic vibe I think I'm
getting.
And
they're very separate, which is so charming because normally they would blend together in my nose, but they're not. Right. They're dancing together and they're staying separate. And then there's just something, one brilliant thing on the light side that's keeping it all balanced and in the same picture. And it's not a floral, but I'm not sure what that is.
But it reminds me of the feeling when we smelled our first MacDuffs. I think it was Summer Cabin. And we both looked at each other like, where did we just go?
Right.
Like I have been in like a time warp episode. I literally was sent there and back. And this is what we got.
I remember when we shot Summer Cabin and we stopped filming, we looked at each other and like laughed, like, wow.
Like, what is this shape soap world brought to us?
Like, wow. Yeah.
And we haven't even put this in a lather yet, but I think there's something in the spices and the savory side. I know there's one of his that we did that had tobacco in this, but
yes, trail tobacco.
Yes, and it's a similar idea, but it's completely a different side of tobacco.
Right. Yes.
That one was more like the tobacco leaf. This is more like the dried tobacco somehow.
Yes. I love that tobacco's not even in the movie title. Like
no.
Have to
but I can tell it's there. It's almost like connecting the rustic side to whatever the Bay Rum side is.
And it's a different tobacco than is in trail tobacco, which now makes me really want to go over to Pastures and pick up Birth of Cool. Because that's another tobacco from Sean.
I forgot you said that.
Oh, this Okay,
But there's
hold
a
on.
fun, like, golden tint to this. Like, I don't know if you can see it on camera, but it really does make me feel like I'm in an old gold town or something, you know? Like an
Those
old mining
pours
town.
of MacDuffs are insane, y'all. This is my captain's choice. Copper Bowl. It's the aquamarine one. It's a superlative choice.
I figured
for
it was
the new
nice
year,
and
I feel.
rustic for this episode.
Right.
You know, it kind of matches the theme here.
Dude.
Yeah, things
sweetheart,
are happening.
I don't mean to
I think his
alarm
mind,
you.
it just fell out of his head.
Y'all, I've been at this for what, 9 seconds, and I got
It just
hit.
went pew.
I got hit
Hard.
with this smell. Wow. Okay, hold on. Wait.
Finish her off.
I don't even need to finish. No.
No?
Watch this. I don't even need to finish lather.
Okay,
Watch.
okay.
Ready? We haven't done the drive-by in a long time. Okay, you ready? Here we go.
There's a little more green.
Right.
What is that?
Oh, and there's a spiciness. There's a cologniness
Yes.
to this that comes out in the lather that was not, hear my face, was not in the soap. Ooh, okay, hold on. Wait.
Yeah, this is more the
Wait.
rusticy side.
Yep.
That's more alive.
Yep.
Right?
And if you have ever been camping and wandered into a meadow and you start to
Right.
smell a combination of flowers and herbs that are not from your hometown, and you're just like, wow, and you can feel the sun baking them,
Right, right.
That is in this. There is something about like a wildflower or
Right.
like something along those lines that are in here that
that's why I
keeps
kept
me
thinking
outside.
of like a rustic vibe. It's aged, but it's you know it's a healthy aging process. If that makes
Whoa.
sense.
Holy crap, Sean. No, seriously, smell through this and smell for a cologne.
Oh,
At the very bottom of it, smell for a cologne.
ooh.
I know.
There's way other spices going on.
yes.
That must be the bay.
This is super warm.
This is a different bay.
Yes. Oh,
like the bay
wow.
leaf.
Right. Oh,
But then it gets darker. There's
yeah,
something
I know,
in there.
I know. What I said at the beginning, these characters staying super separate and that dancing together. This is like a Poirot novel.
I almost
y'all.
feel like, okay, this town that no one was really been in for a while. We opened the door to like the old saloon or tobacco store or
Right.
something, and it's like the remnants of how those coexist.
Oh, what my brain
so long.
shows me is that like we went on some like massive hike and got lost and
Right.
found a ghost town and found like a super charming rustic ghost town
Right.
that no one had been to in 100 years.
Right.
And you could see
was
the
just left to
bootlegger
itself.
cars
Yeah.
that are still sitting around
Right.
and rusting away, right? I didn't even know Canada had a prohibition. My condolences. We're not drinkers, but we
No, but-
understand. The struggle
yeah.
is real.
And what was it that he was saying? He added a blue collar vibe. There was something because
Yes.
this has a much more like real person, like it was a true town.
Right.
It was lived in, it was loved.
Yep.
There was stuff that went on day to day.
Absolutely. And let's go to the text. A rum runner was somebody whose occupation it was
Right.
to get that rum across the state line or across the border or to your local tavern and the speakeasy without being seen. So that's kind of like
There
the blue
is that
collarness,
adventure.
little dangerous Bonnie and Clydeness to this.
Yeah, I get that.
Whoa, dude, Sean, this is beautiful. I don't know how these MacDuffs keep getting more and more impressive as we go.
Well, and it's so interesting with this one too because it is a darker spice kind of vibe,
Right.
but it's somehow still clean and bright.
right.
Like I know it's daytime. I know that's weird, but I can tell that it's sunshiny where we're at, but there is story. Look at that lather. Holy
Guys,
Moses.
this is like 2 ice cream
Right.
cones right here. I know we never talk about lather in the Barbershop Duet, but are you kidding me? It's like he's got a toupee on,
Just
right? It's like Santa with a toupee. This is insane.
Okay, so after all this mind-blowingness, should we try to read what he's got
You know what?
listed?
This is one of those rare moments. I don't even want to know what's in this, but I guess we have to. Woo, yeah. Okay, here we go. We're going to pick this up a little bit from the intro before. Okay, here we go.
I wanted to introduce a blue collar, quote, prairie outlaw element to the blend through a good dose of tobacco.
That's it.
Supported by hay, absolutely. That's why I knew it was outside.
Hey.
And it's a lighter scent. It's a drier grass,
Yeah.
but it fits in with the bay rum really well.
And that's part of the rustic.
That
Because
is.
y'all, when I was at my grandpa's farm and you get a
Right?
big nose full of hay in the morning. it's
that
just-
dry grass,
that
yeah.
ooh. And then,
Patchouli.
yep, love it.
And a slight hint of oak moss.
There you go.
Which those together are completely outdoorsy, which I get that.
Little
like,
hint of a barbershop. And of course it is. It's the Bay Rum. Of course it's going to have a hint of a
ooh,
barbershop.
okay,
to
and
it,
just
right?
wait to see what's coming next.
Rustic
Ready?
barbershop. Oh, there is
There's a
more.
lot.
There's a second and third act on this, y'all. Okay.
That's why you said your first words were like, this is
Right.
a whole nose
Okay,
circle,
lay
right?
it on me.
Okay, the opening notes feature a citrus blend of wild orange. I mean, I do know that we're not somewhere we've been. That's cool.
This is why I like Sean. 2 kinds of lime. This one isn't it. This one isn't it. No, but let's put those hands together.
Right.
And then we'll
Two types of lime, each with their own nuance.
A Tahitian and a Persian lime. Wow. Oh, and then, whoa.
That's what I was getting.
Shut your face. Curry leaf?
That's
essential
exactly
oil?
what I was getting. Because it wasn't the bay rum, but it was close.
I didn't know a curry. I think curry's like a blend of things.
But when you make curry, can you get the dry like leaf of it?
Y'all, that's crazy. That's beautiful. And then keep going.
It keeps going.
We got more room to go here.
It keeps going, okay? See, wet shaving does not take bay rums lightly. This is for realsies.
Wow.
If that sounds unusual, curry leaf smells like a woody and completely unsweet version of lime. And as such, they pair quite well. See, we're going on a tour.
Whoa!
I think in that truck where they were running the rum, they were running some other spices and stuff too.
Expect to smell both authentic West Indies bay, which leans toward a clove and allspice scent, and a more camphorous bay laurel leaf that is now more common as West Indian bay becomes increasingly harder to source. Allspice and ginger.
I knew I got the ginger.
Accentuate the bay leaf. Are you kidding?
But that even just this color, I was getting that.
Look at this thing. Look at this thing. And the presence of basil lends an interesting herbal touch.
And
whoa.
That's what you're left with.
Mike.
Because I said it was clean at the end, and that's exactly what it's leaving us with.
Drop Mike. This wasn't supposed to be part of Barbershop Month. This was like our respite from a barbershop for today. But nope. This is a perfect rum runner barbershop, y'all. Of course, because it's a bay rum, y'all. This is gorgeous.
But it's twisted. It has its own different 2 types of lime, plus the curry leaf thing, plus a wild orange.
It's so rustic and yet so clean.
Right,
Are you kidding me?
The rustic adds the age to it,
right?
But it's still somehow so fresh and clean and current somehow. Like it's a real place we could go to this second.
Right. Yes, it is. This is not a theme park caricature version of this place, y'all. This is a real close your eyes and take a deep breath in because these smells will nourish you. This is that kind of a real
Okay, so now that we're completely mind blown, do we take this a little deeper? A little further?
All the way to the border.
Okay, smell this next to that now. Smell that.
Oh.
Because this
I can
blends
smell the limes in here sort of separately in there.
This blends it much harder to pull things out.
Just brings it all together. And when it does, they bring out the best qualities of each other.
They really do.
Oh, okay, so let's play this game. Masculine or feminine?
Oh. See, I still get taken to a place.
Because I would think this would be like super dude. This is the bay rum,
but I still get taken
rum runner
to
one kind of a thing, right?
Like if I was in an old town, you know, you do have feminine women around.
You do have feminine women on occasion. There are feminine women.
Maybe they're like 2 for the town, but you know.
And boy, were they busy. Anyway, so yeah,
but I
totally get that.
So it takes me to a place. I feel like if I were to use it, I wouldn't be thinking in masculine and feminine. But taking a whiff of this, the initial tobacco part, and then seeing all of the other limes and wild oranges and other things that are in it.
Right.
You know, it really, I feel like whoever had it on, it could be tweaked that way. But overall, first whiff, I'd go masculine.
Yeah, and you know what? In the United States, we have this idea of the Old West and this sort of nostalgic, mythical idea of what the Old West smelled like, a frontier land kind of a thing, right? But up in Canada, it's different. You don't have the Old West. You have like, well, going
West
like this,
West.
the prairie. And you have like the rum
Open
runners
land.
and these big open spaces, right? So I wonder if the same way that we have like an Old West set, this is sort of the Canadian version
Maybe
of
you'll
that.
have to explain that, Sean. I wonder.
So this is a prairie barbershop.
If you paint that on me, do we see what happens? I don't know. I'm just curious now. Let's give her a second here.
Look at this lather, y'all.
I mean, for realsies.
Oh. So, yeah, this is sort of for me where the fun really kicks in with wet shaving because this kind of lather.
I'm really curious to get this in a splash, like what would come out on me better. But if you smell that and then smell it on me, does it feel like it changes it?
Oh, yeah. Oh, 100%. There is something about your chemistry that brings out... I don't know if this power of suggestion because it's not a beautiful female, but I get a little perfumey hit. That's wild.
And it's not sweet.
No,
but it's
just the way it's sort of balanced.
Right. Like I get more of like the clovey allspice side
in
there. And maybe like the wild orange of it.
Just the wildflowers and everything else. Like, I totally see the prairie without it reminding me of the United States.
Yeah.
This is somewhere different.
It's fun. It's a classic, what I would think of MacDuff scent to us.
Yeah.
Like, if you just put that by my nose, I would immediately be like, is this a MacDuff scent?
Yes.
Like, it has that signature, fresh, real, essential oils just in there.
And after
like,
a dozen or so of these incredible soaps from MacDuffs, wouldn't you think this would be a great starting point for someone?
Right. If you were trying to explain...
If you just wanted to try a MacDuff soap and you didn't know where to begin, this would be a great one. This is, the best of what MacDuff
Especially
does.
what someone thinks of as a bay rum. This is an awesome twist to take your imagination to that next level and just fully immerse yourself in the shave experience.
This is really impressive.
Complex, but like in the best way.
Oh, yeah. You can almost tell, like, it's going to take me a couple weeks to really get to know this
as I drop things. But like if you were actually go to this town and explore it, you would want to take your time. Like, it doesn't look scary at all. I want to go look in each car and see what's going around in each building and like connect the dots and find the evidence.
Right. So it's pretty simple. All you have to do is be living in a little prairie town, some point near Prohibition, and just be having a crappy day and really be wanting a little bit of spiced rum in your glass. Head toward that little speakeasy in the corner. There's going to be a hollowed out truck behind it, and they're going to ask you for the password. You tell them MacDuff sent me, and you just got your own. So, head over to MacDuffsSoapCompany.com to find this and a bunch of other cool stuff. Well, I've had my shave with Prairie Rum Runner, and what I love about this is they didn't just grab a rum something and grab a base something and throw something in. Y'all, this smells like I am walking into a room where that rum is being held to be smuggled. There's just a little bit of the entire scene right there. Something with the outside, something with the rum itself, something with the barrels, something with the cologne of the dude that's actually doing it. It's just a masterful blend. And as far as the shave goes, it is just like having a friend that you can rely on there in your den. It's a very different feeling soap than anything else out there, both in its case and on your face. And it just lets my razor take twists and turns that it normally wouldn't do. So, hey, Sean MacDuff, good boy. Thank you for this. This is awesome. It's still in the wrapper, y'all. Welcome to Messages, because we have a set of Burgundy that was a gift from Rod and Mandy at Sterling Soap Company to give away to y'all as a thank you for being a subscriber to the Barbershop Duet. So all you gotta do,
send an email to WeSentYou@theBarbershopDuet.com and make sure to put in the title Burgundy or something fun like that.
And be a subscriber here to the Barbershop Duet.
And we will pick our winner on January 17th, so stay tuned for that episode.
And
Good
best
luck!
of luck! So, of course, I have my favorite campgrounds growing up, and they were all a little bit different. They were all wonderful, but some of them just had those little hidden meadows, little corners, little groves that I just loved to bring my spirit to and let it just be there in that place, soaking in the sunlight and those magical smells. And while MacDuff soaps are like those little campgrounds, each one taking me to a different cabin or a different prairie or a different sky, right? This is one of my favorite places that MacDuffs has taken me to yet, because a little bit of adventure, a little bit of mystery, but it's all in the past, because what you're left with is a rustic ghost town of a rum runner memory.
I want to go explore it. I feel like it has such a story wherever these smells would have come from.
It's comforting, but it's energizing.
It is, and it really is oddly intriguing and refreshing.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not scared of the smell. I know we keep saying ghost town, but it's only a ghost town because there's nothing else there. There's just a memory left. But it's almost like if you would go to a museum and you want to learn about something, you would go to this place to learn about what happened here.
Just crazy the way this one speaks to me. I'm going to be returning to this often in our shave den to go back to this place. And Sean, thank you for painting this for me.
Such a creative place to go. Don't forget your next appointment with the Barbershop Duet.
You'll smell better just watching this.